Hello all and welcome back to Alfie'S body transformation journey. Firstly, I just want to say a massive thank you for all of the support that I got for the first episode last week. I managed to get quite a few subscribers and a lot of people viewed the video as well. It just means a lot to me to know that people are actually out there and listening to the journey that I'm on. Now, this episode will consist of how my week's been going, my weigh-ins, my eating habits, any workouts that I've done, and the struggles that I've had with mental health over the week as well. Now, if you wanted to see more of a sort of daily life part, then you can follow my Instagram, which is Alfie'S Transformations. I often put little videos and stories through the week of how things are going, just a little overview. And then obviously in these videos, that will be the summary for the entire week. So thank you for watching. And we're going to go through a few things this week, including the mental health, the food, and the workouts, and we'll see how I've been doing this week. So for those of you that know me, know that I eat a lot of food. My portions are normally very large, and I do struggle with that quite a lot every day. So this week, I had to try and find something that I could eat, which was a large amount of food without being too calorific. So what I did was I replaced the carbohydrate side that you'd normally have, whether it be chips or potatoes or anything like that. I'd just have like a mountain of vegetables. And then on top of that, it would be either like turkey mince or corn mince. And it would be in a tomato sauce with some onions and some peppers and stuff. So it was quite a healthy dish, a healthy alternative to those fatty dishes I was having before. And on top of that, I was able to eat a large amount of food and a lot of vegetables, which obviously is great for me too. And it did keep me full up throughout the night. So that was a great meal to have. And you can see the photo here. That's the sort of foods that I've been having this week. So, unfortunately, I did have a little splurge where at the start of it, I was struggling with just having that food on its own. I don't know why, I just wanted something alongside it. So I just made a couple of Yorkshire puddings alongside of it, which is obviously the carbohydrate part of it. Unfortunately, you do cook it in oil, so it's not great for you, but it's still better than if I was to eat something like a big bowl of chips or something. So it's about finding that little balance and going with what's the better of two evils sort of thing sometimes. So that's what I did through the week. Worked great. I was full up for longer. I felt more fresh. I was able to sleep better. You know, it was so many benefits that I'm feeling already. I don't feel so guilty. I don't have that thing weighing down on me like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that. I know that it's a good meal. I've eaten well and I'm happy with it. So, Friday I went to my brother's down in Yeovil, which is around 3 hours away. We had to drive a long way and we'd been traveling a long time as well. It wasn't really time for us to cook in the evening, so we had a Chinese. So that was my cheat meal for the week. I was kind of against it at first, but then I thought I can't just completely cut everything out. My weight loss has been going well. I do feel a lot better, but in the end of the day, sometimes you just have to have a little treat. So I had some chow mein and a beef curry and some prawn crackers. So that was nice just to be able to relax and again, not feel so guilty about having that takeaway. Normally I would have the takeaway, beat myself up, next day feel like crap, and then it would be like that endless cycle where I've done something that I know that I shouldn't, so I feel really bad about it, and then there's no reason to. So I had a Chinese and I was happy and I was glad. So that's been my food journey for the week, really. I've been feeling a lot more of a healthy relationship with food, if I'm honest, and having you guys there, knowing that I'm going to be accountable for everything that I do, because there's been times where I've sort of thought I could have this and not tell the video, but it's not what I want to do. So I've refusing to do it. I'm owning up to all my indiscretions, and we'll see how we go from there. Right, now, so it's time for the weigh-ins. So this is going to be what the scales have said throughout the week on this journey. So what I do every single morning now, it's non-negotiable for me, is I wake up and I get in a freezing cold shower for 4 minutes. Now, that is literally just because it's uncomfortable, it's something I don't want to do, it's completely out of my comfort zone, and it's really just not a nice thing to do to start the day. But in saying that, I know that if I can force myself to go through that 4 minutes of what feels like hell every single morning, that I can deal with the little things that scare me or the little things that are uncomfortable throughout the day. Because I've already done something far more uncomfortable and far harder, and it's actually worked wonders. It's just helping me with not feeling so sort of worried or scared or anxious about things because I've already gone through something harder in the day. I've started the day at a point where I've proven to myself that I can go through that. So it's really had some great benefits. So I get out of the cold shower, dry myself off, and I weigh myself straight away. So here is Monday's. As you can see, 106.9 kilograms. This has got to be the heaviest I've been, so I wasn't overly happy about that. Tuesday, as you can see, it dropped, massive drop, 105.7. There's no way that I could have dropped that much weight that quickly naturally. So that's not necessarily showing me that I actually was 107 and now I'm 105. It could be a variety of things, whether it be water weight or any of those things. It could even just be bloating from when I was drinking a lot of alcohol before. And now that I've stopped, my body, I think, may be clearing through some of the weight that it was carrying. Wednesday, you see 105.9. So that's a little bit of an increase back again. Again, I think this is more things like water weight and whatnot. My eating habits wasn't very different that day. So I can't see any reason why that would have attributed to a weight gain. Thursday, 104.3 kilograms. Now, this is again a massive weight loss of 1.6 kilos. That is, you're looking at around 4 pounds. So I don't think that's necessarily a natural weight loss that's happened to me over the week. I think that's more my body's flushing out things now that I've been eating cleaner, now that I've been not drinking and things like that. I think it's all attributing to that. So with this one, I managed to actually go on a 3.3 kilometer run that day. Now on Tuesday, I'd also tried to run and only managed 1.3 kilometers. So I'm already pushing myself a lot further than I was before. This day, I did have one beer, but that was more of a celebration as I got invited to be my brother-in-law will soon to be his groomsman. So I had the beer just to celebrate that. Friday, 104.5 kilograms. Again, this was cheat day, so I assume this was going to raise on the Saturday. Not much different with food apart from that cheat day. And Saturday, 104 kilos on the dot. Now, Sunday it did raise a little bit to 104.2 kilograms as well. Again, that is more just my body regulating, I believe. And today we have 103.9. So finally under that 104 kilogram. I was at 107 just last Monday, so I'm really, really proud of that. Whether it just be that my body's regulating the water or whatever from the drinking, I don't really care if that's the case. I'm proud of the weight loss that I've got. So I'll keep doing this throughout the weeks and let's see how we can go from there. Here we are with my before and after photos just over the week. Probably not going to be a lot of difference. I'm going to try and do this every week and see if there is a big difference as we go on. Try and see the physical changes that we can make. So that's the food. Mental health. Mental health is something that I am really passionate about. I haven't always had the greatest mental health, and I'm actually in therapy for that at the moment. I have problems with drink and problems with food, as those that have seen the first episode and this episode will know. On Thursday, I literally had an awful time with alcohol. I haven't wanted to drink that much in a very, very long time. All I wanted to do was go to the shop, get loads of alcohol and just get absolutely battered. I called my brother and we spoke about it. And just through that phone call, he was obviously telling me that I didn't need to do it. It doesn't normally work when it comes to these sort of problems, but as I was on the phone to him, I just started putting on my running shoes. This was an unconscious action of mine. put on some running shoes, and then decided to come off the phone and go for a run. Now on Tuesday I'd only managed 1.3 kilometres, as I mentioned earlier, but there was something about Thursday that was different. Now I was running away from something, I guess. I was running away from them urges, away from them cravings. I was trying to waste time so that I wouldn't have enough time to go to the shop and buy some alcohol, I guess. Now, physically speaking, 3.3 kilometres is a good run for me. I'm proud of the distance that I travelled. Mentally speaking, I know that doesn't resolve any problems. I've replaced the alcohol with that run. I haven't actually dealt with the problem in itself. So that is something I need to continue working on and try to really sort that out in myself. And just so you know, I still had that one beer, and if you guys are struggling with either having an emergence for alcohol or having an emergence for eating, and you do succumb to them, I mean, I was so close to it, so close to it. The only reason I didn't, I think, really in the end was this video. I was worried that I'd be far too ashamed when I was telling you guys that I'd failed, but I mean, I did still have a drink. Last night as well, I had massive problems with the exact same thing. Forced myself to go home. Luckily it was a Sunday, so the shops weren't open that were closest to me, and I couldn't actually go and purchase them alcoholic drinks. I went in to buy some food, which was actually me lying to myself. I actually went in for alcohol, picked up some milk, and then went straight to find the alcohol. There was none, so I left, and that's how I managed to go home without it. So just what I'm saying is, if you do succumb to those feelings, it's only natural. My circumstances have sort of created an environment where I've been kind of lucky not to, and trying to sort of motivate you and bring you on my journey is making me look at it slightly differently as well. To say that, I've had a couple of people come to me and say that I'm actually motivating them with my journey, and they're actually starting to make their own changes now based on the video that they watched of me. And, you know, they're glad that somebody is, a male especially, is speaking out about their mental health and isn't afraid to sort of let people know exactly how it is inside the mind, because a lot of men obviously struggle to talk about them sort of things. So, I just wanted to remind you all as well, if you are having mental health problems, the people that help me, Mind UK is a charity in the UK that put me through to the therapist that I'm with now. I always thought that it'd be completely out of my budget to be able to see a therapist, and I always thought the NHS would be far too slow or not be able to offer me the level of support that I felt I needed. So that's why I didn't go for a very long time. Now, Mind UK have actually helped put me through to what would be called an affordable therapy centre. So that's been a massive help on me being able to get the help that I needed. Now, I encourage all of you to please just ask for help if you need it, even if it's just a message to me, and I will help you to go through mine to get the help that you need as well. But it's important that we do start to work on what's inside us as well as what's on the outside. I don't want this to just be a body transformation video. Now, I've struggled with productivity this week as well. So in the evenings, I've been very lazy. That's because it's been very dark and very cold and whatnot. So if you're feeling bad for doing that, just know that you're not alone. It's that time of year where people do start to take their foot off the pedal a little bit. It's coming up close to Christmas. We've all got lots of things that we'd rather be doing than going out for a run where it's freezing cold, or going to the gym where, again, it's just cold getting there. It's dark, you feel tired. So just don't feel too harsh on yourself about that. There's a reason that a lot of people make the summer bodies in the spring and not the winter. Not to say it can't be done, but it is harder, and you just need to be a bit easy on yourself if you are struggling with that. And that's the big takeaways from my mental health this week. All I can say is, when I did the 1.2 kilometre run on Tuesday, my original aim was 10 kilometres. I lowered it to 5 kilometres on the run, and only managed 1.2 or 1.3. I can't remember exactly what the figure was now. That's all I managed. But actually, I was so proud of that. And you guys should be too. The fact that I got on my shoes, the fact that I went out, the fact that I tried to run, the fact that I set a goal, the fact that I tried to make it to that Whether I can get there or I can't, I've done more than I would have done before, and I'm so proud of that, and you guys should be too. If you have any goals and you do something, anything towards that goal, just be proud that you've made that step. Don't think about what you didn't do. Think about what you did do, and just learn from it. Make a more realistic target next time, because the worst thing you can do is set a target too high that you're going to struggle to meet. So with that, that's the mental health talk for the week over. So thank you for that. Please put your comments in the bottom if you've got any questions at all or any comments to make. That would be great. The thumbs up at the bottom really helps my video get seen by a wider audience, as well as subscribing. Please subscribe to the channel. Again, it really helps us to put that video out to more people. So I should be back every Monday at 7 p.m. There should be a new video released every Monday. So I'm hoping to keep that going. Over time, I will be adding little things in, little videos with hacks or tips or hints or whatever I may have researched or think that you guys might benefit from. So it'll be like a little side channel that will have those sort of things in. So thank you very much for all your support, and thank you for everyone that supported me so far. Have a great week. I'm Alfie, and this is Alfie's Body Transformation.